My most hectic airport experience yet. I know if you follow me, you will realize that I sometimes have a lot of complicated travels, and I like to share them, whether you like to hear them or not. Some people do. Anyway, so on Friday, I was leaving Columbus to Ghana, and I had a very long trip. So I was going to connect through um, Chicago, and then from Chicago to Brussels, and then Brussels to Accra. So it was a very hectic schedule. I went to the airport with 5 bags to check in, and out of the 5, only one was within the right weight. So I think we are allowed 50 pounds per bag, and one was 45 pounds. The rest exceeded with from 5 to 9 pounds between them. So there were 4 of them that were overweight. So I had to quickly find a way to balance everything and at least make one like overweight. And so fortunately, I had gone to the airport with 2 hand luggages because I was traveling with Nathan. So now, all by myself, I had to open these 5 bags at the airport. Fortunately, I found a place. The airport wasn't very busy. Columbus Airport is often not so busy, and fortunately, around that time, it wasn't so busy. So we started. I got a place, opened the bags, and so now the plan was to now make each bag within the required weight. And so I will work on one bag, balance it, run, not really run, just wheel the bag to check the weight and then come back. Mind you, I was doing all this by myself, and then I was with Nathan, and Nathan was all over the place. I open up the things and tell him, stand here, wait for me, I'll be right back. And I go, and before I know it, he's following me, and it was so stressful. And so back and forth, back and forth. In the process of kneeling, bending, I actually had something tear, something just popped in my knee, and I couldn't stand up. Fortunately, there was a carpet. I don't think it's the cleanest of carpet. It looked clean, but obviously it's the airport. People walk, and so it's not very clean. But fortunately, there was a carpet, so I just lay down on the carpet flat, trying to heal the knee before I get up. And so eventually, I was able to get up, and then I wrapped up everything. All the 4 bags now were within the average, and then I packed some of the things into the hand luggage, trying to balance the weight. And so one then now became overweight. And so now when I was done, the problem was now taking all these 5 bags by myself to check in. Unfortunately, there were no trolleys around, and so I had to really do it. And here, so the only plan was I tell Nathan, stand here, I take 2 bags, I come back. But of course, as you know, he wouldn't do it. He would follow me anyway. But this time, because the bags were not open, I wasn't so worried. And so gradually, again, the airport was not busy, so I was able to gradually move to the counter, and finally we checked in. Charlie, I was able to move, but as I moved from one airport to the other, I realized that the knee was getting tired and painful, especially when I'm getting up. I have to sometimes even scream. When I was when I got to Chicago, it was it wasn't a very long flight, or it was, but because of the time difference, I thought it wasn't long. I found out later that Columbus and Chicago were 1 hour apart in terms of time. Anyway, by the time I got to Brussels, that's when I started feeling the pain. Getting up, it was tiring, and I feared that it could get worse. But fortunately, when I woke up today, Sunday, the knee is not. I don't feel it. I don't know if it's because I've not moved around a lot, but rather it's the back that has intensified. It's really paining me. maybe from all the lifting, all of that. And so there you have it. My most hectic experience at the airport. But my senior idea, next time I'm not traveling with all these big bags or too many bags.